What really happened when YAMAN stepped onto one of Spain's most iconic TV shows? Did he just promote a project, or did he reveal a deeper chapter of his life? Why is everyone in Spain suddenly talking about El Turco, and why does this role feel so personal for him? Stay with us, because what YAMAN shared on El Hormiguero goes far beyond a simple interview. Welcome back to Magazine News and Gossip, where we break down the biggest moments, the hidden meanings, and the unforgettable highlights that everyone is talking about. YAMAN recently appeared on the hugely popular Spanish TV show El Hormiguero, and from the very first minute, it was clear this was not an ordinary guest appearance. Confident, relaxed, and completely in control, Jan captivated both the host and the audience while speaking about his latest and most talked about project, El Turco. But what truly made this interview special was not just the project itself. It was the story behind it. Throughout the show, YAMAN demonstrated once again why he is admired not only for his presence, but also for his intelligence and professionalism. His Spanish was fluent, natural, and impressive, earning praise and admiration from everyone in the studio. Viewers could immediately sense that he felt comfortable, engaged, and genuinely excited to share this moment. Let's start with the part everyone in Spain is currently obsessed with, El Turco. Jan explained that the title speaks for itself. El Turco is not just a name, it's an identity, a symbol, and a story rooted in reality. He spoke with deep respect about the production company behind the project, calling it his favorite production company in Turkey. Interestingly, he revealed that during his early years working in Turkey, he was mostly cast in romantic comedies. At that time, this production company admired him but never produced romantic comedies, which meant their paths never crossed. Everything changed when Jan decided to shift direction. He left Turkey, moved to Italy, challenged himself with different genres, different languages, and completely new experiences. And in a twist of fate, it was precisely then that this Turkish production company reached out to him. They found him, called him, and offered him El Turco. Jan described that moment as incredibly emotional and deeply fulfilling. He emphasized how many elements of the project felt right. The production company was exceptional, the vision was bold, and the ambition was clear. Most importantly, El Turco became the first series ever fully shot in English in Turkey. According to Jan, it might even be the last. That alone makes the project historic and unforgettable. But there's more. Jan went on to explain that El Turco has an international cast, a powerful title, and most strikingly, a true story at its core. The city where the story takes place actually exists. Mona, a small town in Italy, still honors this legendary hero today. A statue stands as proof. Once a year, Turkish flags are raised, and the town celebrates this figure who claimed to be Turkish despite being Italian. This is where the story becomes deeply personal. Jan openly admitted that he strongly identifies with this narrative. He reminded viewers that he too went to Italy. He too faced injustice. He too had to fight for recognition in a foreign land. That emotional connection was impossible to ignore. It wasn't just acting, it was lived experience. He shared that El Turco was filmed before Sandokan, another major project in his career. The filming took place in Hungary under extremely harsh conditions. Jan recalled the freezing cold, the physical challenges, and the intense preparation required for the role. Yet he also revealed something fascinating. The training he underwent for El Turco later helped him immensely while working on Sandokan. As an actor and as a person, Jan described that period as transformative. It was intense, demanding, and life-changing. He grew, matured, and evolved, both professionally and emotionally. Then came one of the most entertaining moments of the show. The famous puppets of El Hormiguero jokingly teased Jan, claiming they had a more advanced vocabulary than he did. The playful exchange had the audience laughing, and Jan embraced the humor effortlessly. In another segment shared on the show's official X account, the hosts jokingly attempted to make Jan look less attractive. An impossible mission. They openly admitted that Jan's beauty is undeniable. But what truly stood out was how clearly the show proved that Jan Yaman is far more than a handsome face. His charisma, confidence, and natural charm filled the studio. When they jokingly asked if it was possible to make him less good-looking, Jan laughed and said they had tried many times and failed every single time. The audience erupted with laughter. The host then teased the crowd, saying he would reveal one of his secrets. He brought out various props, unusual glasses, exaggerated dentures, all in an attempt to transform January. No matter what they tried, the audience's reaction remained the same. When asked if Jan looked ugly, the answer was a loud and unanimous no. Another lighthearted moment followed when an old photo of Jan appeared on screen. Clean-shaven, younger, almost unrecognizable. The hosts joked about his resemblance to Spain's president. Jan played along, saying that if he cut his hair now, he could easily play either a high school student or the Spanish prime minister. The studio laughed again. They joked about age, about hairstyles, and even imagined the president with Jan's iconic hair and beard. It was all done with warmth, humor, and respect, exactly the kind of energy that makes El Hormiguero so beloved. The conversation then shifted back to acting. They discussed performance techniques, such as blinking less during emotional scenes. When asked if it was true, Jan smiled and said that in his case, it actually was. He joked that he naturally doesn't blink much. They even talked about a specific tongue movement he does when his mouth gets dry, something directors often notice and fans secretly love. The audience applauded once again. Throughout the entire interview, one thing was crystal clear: Jan Yaman was completely at ease. His Spanish was flawless. His confidence was undeniable. His presence was magnetic. Later, the discussion turned more serious. They asked Jan about long-running successful series. What if your first series lasts 8 years? What if it keeps going because it's successful? Should an actor stay, or should they leave at the right moment to pursue new challenges? Jan's answer was thoughtful and honest. He said it depends on the project. He mentioned Sandokan as an example, a series that could continue for many seasons. He said he could play Sandokan for the rest of his life because it's iconic, legendary, and on a completely different level. At the same time, he admitted that he is generally against doing too many seasons of the same show. That is exactly why he left Viola come Il Mare. Jan explained that he wanted change. He didn't want repetition. He wanted to grow vertically in his career. He emphasized how important it is to know when to stop, when to leave while still at the top. And honestly, that mindset is inspiring. Many actors dream of reinventing themselves, and Jan has always been vocal about his love for challenges. This interview was yet another reminder of why he continues to stand out in the international entertainment industry. That's all for today on Magazine News and Gossip. These were some of the most powerful, entertaining, and revealing moments from Jan Yaman's appearance on El Hormiguero. The interview was dynamic, heartfelt, and unforgettable. I hope you enjoyed these translated highlights as much as I did. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being part of this channel. Stay tuned for more exclusive news, deeper insights, and the stories everyone is talking about. See you in the next video.